If you are a black atheist, agnostic, non-believer, spiritualist, whatever you are, and you would like to be interviewed, go ahead and hit me up, and we will definitely get that popping. Today, I want to introduce one of the OGs of black non-religious social media, black non-religious YouTube, one of the biggest critics of Christianity, Islam, and black Hebrew Israelites. Someone who's been spreading his message here and on Instagram. Gonna bring him up to the stage. We have Mr. Black Atheist Rants. How's it going, bro?
What's good? What's good, family?
Give me.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Me too. Me too. Me too. I'm excited for this. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is Atheist Testimonials. This is the 11th Atheist Testimonial. I want to do these because like we don't get to see these a lot. We don't get to see us as black non-believers, black atheists tell our story in our way. And we need to have more of that. We need to tell more stories in our way. And one of the reasons why I've always wanted to interview Black Atheist Rants is because when I started my deconstruction journey, when I started my path to non-belief, Black Atheist Rants was actually the first Black atheist that I subscribed to. Literally the first. You know what I mean? Before Black Non-Believers, before Omni the Atheist, before Blatant Blatheist, I typed in Black Atheists and Black Atheist Rants came up. You know what I mean? And I immediately subscribed because I love this content. And not only that, he's a rapper, great performer. You know what I mean? We need more of that in the hip hop industry, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone likes to think the, omnipotent godfather for their, their rewards and all that shit. So why not? Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not get someone who can be dope and on the mic and doesn't need to thank the Sky Fairy for their talent. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get this popping. Black Atheist Rants. How's it going, my man?
What's up, my brother? I'm excited, bro. I'm ready. Like I was telling you before you started, I'm honored to be here, bro.
Mm. Yeah, and I appreciate it, man. It's an honor to finally link up with you and talk to you. Once I first started doing these, and I started seeing that we could run in the same circles, I was like, I gotta link up with them and get an interview with them. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm really proud and I really appreciate you. Y'all go ahead and start liking the live. Y'all go ahead and start sharing. I see all you guys are coming in. I see everyone coming in. Go ahead and start liking this live and sharing. Let's go ahead and get this spread out to everywhere. We're gonna go ahead and share this on the subreddit and share this on YouTube, share this on Facebook, share this wherever you go, so we can start sharing. Getting more people in here and encouraging the conversation. And if you have any questions for Black Atheist Rants, I will take your questions. Not a problem. All right. So, like I always start this off, by saying, what was your path to non-belief? People always, over on the other side, they always say, how did you convert to be a Christian? How did you deconvert? Were you always a non-believer, or was there an event that caused you to say, maybe there's some bullshit?
Nah. So it's crazy because growing up, we went to a Baptist church, but I went to a Catholic private school. So that was I didn't even realize that till I was older, but I thought that was just the craziest thing. But what really happened to me is I swear, bro, it goes like a movie script. So I was at Christian Brothers University. And so anything about like this Christian college is one of the things is you got to take a religious studies class, so we it's like one of the requirements to do like a biblical something whatever. So I'm in college. I'm at this Christian college, and in the morning time I had like my religious studies class, and during the evening time I had like a philosophy class. So it was literally like in the morning I'm learning about religion and what to think, and then in the evening time she telling me about all these philosophical ideas and how to think. Asking the big questions, the when, the where, the why. And in the Black community growing up, you're not taught to challenge or question dogma or doctrine or religious belief. We don't do that in the Black community.
Mm-hmm.
So like in college, this was the first time I was actually like exposed to challenging the things that I grew up believing. Like and my I had a really good professor. She was really keen in on that. Like I would stay after class and like chop it up with her and just be picking her brain.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, well, look into this, or what do you think about this? And have you ever thought about this? And I'm like, just thought provoking conversations. And it's like, damn, I never thought of this.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, one day she introduces me to this dude, his name Frederick Nietzsche. And I don't really follow like any of his teachings of philosophy. I just want to bring up this quote he said that I had never heard before.
Mm-hmm.
And so Frederick Nietzsche, he said, God is
Dead.
unalive. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
I
Right.
know exactly
And
what you're
that was
saying.
that was the first time I had ever seen that like that. I'm like, damn, people talk like this. So it was new to me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a full-fledged believer at this time. We going to church, you know what I'm saying? I had been going to church my whole life, been heavy in the church, like after school, going to the, we would go to the church after school. We do stuff on the weekends. I'd always been in church my whole life. So this is the first time I'm running across that sentence of words together like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know people I ain't know people talk like that, Bosley.
Exactly. You don't talk
So
like that. Yeah.
so man, I had went and typed his name in on YouTube, And so the trip part is Vosi. I didn't watch the video. I was just reading the comments. And in the comment section, there was there was an atheist, and he was like going back and forth in the comments with like Christians and stuff. And so I'm gonna tell you what I did. I had like 100 screenshots in my phone. What I did was
Mm-hmm.
I was screenshotting the comments and then Googling the stuff he was saying and looking into it. And it was like, damn, it was making sense and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole semester I was questioning, like not really my beliefs, but just questioning, just asking questions. I wasn't thinking I was gonna not be a Christian. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like wondering, like, damn, what is all this? What's all this about? What's
Mm-hmm.
all this debate? I never knew that there was a debate about all this.
Mm-hmm.
And so boom, at the time of seeing those comments, I didn't know that the dude was an atheist. I just knew he was going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So I even after seeing the comments, months had went by, and I'm questioning things, but I had never heard of this atheist shit. And so I don't know how I got hold of this word atheist. I typed in atheist. I typed in atheist on YouTube, and that's when like the atheist experience had popped up. And so I
Mm-hmm.
ended up going down that rabbit hole of like watching the call-in shows and just listening to the people talking and stuff. I'm like, damn, he's saying exactly what I was saying. And I'm listening to their responses and stuff. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
that just don't sound right. It don't make sense
Yeah.
what they saying, what they asking. And so boom, I'm talking about I went like 2 months of just watching the show because it used to come on. It still come on Sundays.
Sundays.
But I used to watch the show every Sunday and just listen, take notes and stuff. And it got to the point where again, I thought the word atheist was like kind of scary and distasteful.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm watching their content, but I'm not an atheist. I'm not calling myself an atheist. I'm just deconstructing, asking questions at the time, stuff like that. So it got to the point where I said, you know what? Let me do this. I typed in Black atheist on YouTube like 2 months after watching the atheist experience. Now, of course, the algorithm is gonna do this, but I typed in Black atheist on YouTube and a video of Matt Dillahunty popped up.
Yeah.
And this is back in 2019, 2020, right around like right before COVID. It's like we talking about at the end of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scrolling and scrolling, and I typed in Black atheist on YouTube now, and I'm scrolling, and I'm seeing like stints of like people talking about it and people having like like a conversation on somebody else's channel, but I just couldn't find no Black atheist channels, I didn't find nothing. All I saw
Mhm.
was Matt Dillahunty answering calls about slavery
Right.
and like black celebrities mentioning Christianity. But it's like it wasn't really no, you know what I'm saying, like no platform. So, you know, one day I was at work, I was doing security at work, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. On my you can go back, you can go to my not my first two videos, but I think it was like my third video at work. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just say I'm just gonna record, and that's
Yeah.
what I did. And it just, and I said, now that I'm like, well, I'm officially calling myself an atheist now. I'm not convinced of this shit.
Mhm.
I don't believe in this shit. I'm not with this stuff.
Mhm.
I'm an atheist. I don't believe in no God, you know. And so once I accepted that that's what it was, this is when I was like, well, I got to come up with a name and all this shit. You know, like when you coming up with your little YouTube
Mhm.
and shit, you gotta like, what's the name gonna be? And
Exactly.
man, I said, well, what do because Vosi at the time is like the time frame between me saying I'm an atheist and starting the YouTube channel, I would say it's probably like a month and a half or so went by of me just I'm having conversations with people. I'm trying to bring it up. Nobody want to talk about it. And it's like, man, you know, I had been watching the Atheist Express. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
So I started the YouTube channel, and you know, as
It just went
time
from
roll
there.
on, we get to this point where like I got people saying I was the first black atheist when they typed it in on YouTube. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah. You were
it
because
all come home. It all come home, man. You know.
you know what's really interesting. I have a similar story where like I went into college, you know what I mean, trying to prove it because we grew up Protestant, right, Pentecostal, but my sister went to a Catholic middle school. My other sister
Mm,
went to a Lutheran middle school, you know what I mean, and so we grew up that way as well. And then all the way up into to college, that's when I really started questioning because that was the first time I went to a philosophy class. And that person, my philosophy teacher, was the first one to ask me, you told me what you believe, but you didn't tell me
wow,
why you believe it. Yeah, I mean, and that's the first time I
man.
ever got asked that question. I never got asked, why do you believe what you believe? I was always just taught, this is what we believe because this is what we believe. You know what I mean? This is what the truth is, or the quote unquote truth is. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
So, very, very similar story. And you know, in those philosophy classes, just like how you said, it teaches you how to think. You know what I mean? Not just what to think, but how to think. Now, you know, always asking the why. You know what I mean? Okay, this is it. Why? Because of this. Why? Because of that. Why? You know what I mean? The Socratic method. I was
yes.
taught that. So very, very similar story. And it's amazing to me that a lot of black people are coming towards the same conclusion where, you know, us going into either higher education or just being on the internet and gaining more information. You know what I mean? We start to deconstruct from a lot of this. You feel me? And what's crazy about it is that I see a lot of people afraid of deconstructing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always told people don't be afraid to deconstruct because you'll meet a lot of you know black people who are either Christian or Muslim, and you talk to them about it more and more, and they're like, you know, yeah, these parts don't make any sense, but I have to believe. You know, I have to believe. You know, so it's kind of insane. It's kind of crazy and to think about because, and I think the most part of it is that the reason why we think that we have to believe is because we don't want to lose that community. Yeah, I
Mm,
mean, we don't want to lose that community. So I want to
yeah.
go ahead and get to that because what happened, I'm not sure if your family knows, you know what I mean? Because now you have a larger platform. So I'm pretty
Oh
sure there are
yeah.
people in your personal life who do know. How did your immediate circle, your family and all that, how did they react to it?
Man, that, you know, I got this on. And so I mean, everybody down. My barber that was cutting my hair blocked me and didn't want to cut my hair no more.
Wow.
I got fired. I got fired from a job. My supervisor was a pastor, and so
Mm,
you know, you know how when you create a YouTube channel, whatever the email address you use,
hmm.
it goes whatever you change your name to on YouTube. the name pops up on your email address. I accidentally sent my supervisor an email with my email address and it had Black Atheist on it. And when he read it, he started treating me different at work. And so they like literally the one anything happened, they was like trying to get me out of there, just write me up for anything. But it wasn't until after he saw that. So, you know, you lose your job, supervisor, your barber, your family, you know, a lot of family members, they think I'm demonic or whatever, worship the devil. You know, a lot of them they don't want to come around me or they don't want to talk, none of that. So it's like somebody got to do this work.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody got to be the sacrificial lamb. And so I'm like, well, it ain't. I might as well just do it. Take one for the team. But yeah, when you come out of that religious psychosis, that religious indoctrination, you're gonna lose some people because you know in the black community, we don't. It's Jesus all we got.
Pretty much.
When you walk away from Jesus, that's like walking away from Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. That's like walking away from the civil rights, all that shit. That's how they treat. They treat you like you've said a middle finger to the whole black community, all of our African American heroes. That's how they treat you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. Because most of our heroes were from church. You know what I mean? Of course, the biggest one being Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? There's not just MLK, but like just basically the entire civil rights movement was built up in the church. You know what I mean? The entire movement of I think it was not Church of God in Christ, but like basically the Southern Christian Convention, all that's good stuff. All that was from the civil rights movement. You see what I'm saying? So it's like once you reject those beliefs, they're thinking that you reject the entire civil rights movement. But what a lot of people don't understand is that the Panthers weren't believers. James Baldwin wasn't a believer. You know what I mean? Bayard Rustin, W.B. Du Bois, they weren't believers. You know what I mean? These people were atheists, and they had a huge impact on the civil rights movement as well. So I've been through the same thing where the identity of being black and being Christian or being black or some sort of Muslim or just being black and believing in something, it has to be intermingled, it has to be intertwined. And that's not necessarily true, right? And I've always wondered how come we have to follow this religion or these religions that are outside of Africa, and we can't follow what we had before. What were we before we became Christian? I think that's one of the questions that got me in trouble when I was deconstructed, when people didn't want to talk to me anymore, because I started asking, what were we before we were Christian? You know what I mean? And why is it wrong, quote unquote? Yeah, I'm saying I've always like to ask those type of questions. What were some of the questions that got you in trouble? Like not just at Sunday school or just when you started deconstructing and you started asking people, you know what I mean? What were some of the things where people were like, maybe I don't want to talk to this guy anymore?
Well, see, I'm a and this and I've said this to other people, but my problem is I don't want to woo nobody. I'm trying to, like, when I'm speaking about history and facts and stuff, I just want to get straight to it. I don't know how to do the whole. I've never been good at like beating around the bush when it comes to this type of stuff. And so my thing was I want the truth as blunt as possible. And so when it comes to me talking to other people, I've always had a problem with like trying to soften it so they can receive it. When it comes to like because I had like black atheists, they because they when I first started YouTube, people would say I had like black atheist rage or some shit. Cause I think I still am, but bro, if you go watch my older videos and I was sitting in my car screaming to the top of my lungs, I'm sweating and shit. The glass, my glass is fogging up and shit. Man, I wasn't easy to talk to. I wasn't patient with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, no, F this. Adam and Eve, Noah's Ark. I'm like,
Yeah,
this.
all that's some fake
I'm like,
shit. Yeah, I'm
this
not gonna
stuff. This
sugarcoat
stuff
it.
didn't happen. This didn't happen. And it's like, damn, you ain't gonna get him a chance to like. I'm like, no, I just want to get straight to it. It's not real. That was always my problem because don't nobody want to talk to somebody who don't want to like entertain it. Hypothetically, could it have happened? I never was good at that.
Yeah.
So that's why I never when it comes to because
Mhm.
my family they super religious.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it wasn't no conversation had, Vosey. It was automatic, off rip. Oh, he talking about God on his profile, block.
Mhm.
So I didn't. I still, a lot of my aunts and uncles and my grandparents stuff. I haven't even got a chance to even talk about it with them because it was none of that. Ain't no time. My cousins, uncles, none of that.
Yeah,
That
it's not
shit.
that.
It's not on the that like religion is not on the table for discussion in most black families. It's non-negotiable, Vosey.
No, true.
So I guess I did have some rage. But it was like I just wanted to talk about the shit without being persecuted. They hard on me, man.
No, it's now I understand it because
Vosey, right quick. I like when I became an atheist, there was nowhere to go.
right.
TikTok wasn't around.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't have like there wasn't no Instagram atheists that I knew. I didn't have none of that. All this stuff is new to me. Having a community and you know what I'm saying? I didn't have it when I first came out. And so it was like, damn. I had all this shit built up inside. I just started making videos, screaming, cursing to the top of my lung. Ain't nobody to talk to. And so I said, well, I don't want nobody to feel like that. So I started doing my YouTube and I wouldn't like, bro, if you go to my old live, and I still do this now, my old live streams 10 hours long, gang.
Yeah.
We 10 deep on a panel till 9 in the morning. They like, Black, you ain't got school or work. Yeah, but this the only time I used to tell them, once I press this red button, that's it. Ain't no more like-minded people it's over with.
Exactly,
so I'm trying to, when the red button on, I'm trying to talk to my people because after this is over with.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, no, exactly. I know exactly how that feels, man. It's very, very, very isolating. Very, very isolating. As a matter of fact, that was one of the reasons.
Hard out here, man.
Yeah, it's hard out here. That was one of the reasons why I was afraid to come out, so to speak, because I did not want to lose that community. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to lose that community because community is extremely important, and especially like for Black people down in the Caribbean, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like it's a non-negotiable. You're Christian or you believe in something. There is no, I don't believe in any type of spirituality or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You're like basically the child of Satan and demonic if you say something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it was very, very isolating. It was very, very hard to be around that, especially me being the son of a pastor. Yeah. So it was like I was expecting to take up the mantle because, as a man, the entire patriarchal shit that we do in our communities, the man, you're supposed to be leader. You know what I mean? You're supposed to lead people to God. You see what I'm saying? All that good stuff. So it's extremely isolating. But the thing is, like, I think there was someone who told me, right? It was one of my homeboy's friends. He was like, bro, I know you don't believe in this shit. You know what I'm saying? This was back when I was about maybe 19 years old. He was like, bruh, you like me. I know you don't believe in this shit because the way you talk and the way that you're interested in what I'm saying, I know you don't believe in this shit. You know what I mean? But I was like, I'm just an inquisitive kid. He was like, yeah, you thought about Noah's Ark, didn't you? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this shit don't make no sense. You feel me? Where all the water go? You know what I mean? Where did it come from? Where did it go afterwards? That shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I was like that since a kid. You know what I mean? But I always forced myself to believe. But it being isolating is one of the main reasons why I do this. Is because people need to know that there's more of us out there. You see what I'm saying? There's really more of us out there, and just like how you said, we could be up here for hours on end and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So what's one thing have you once you became, like, I guess, outed as a black atheist? You started making more you started making more connections with other
Like I
people,
got
right?
busted or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What's the question?
yeah. Now I was saying like, how did you start to make more connections with people? Like people started discovering your content and was like, man, I gotta connect with this guy and stuff like that. Is that how that started
Oh
happening?
man. So I could tell you like this. One of my first subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
he's in my comments when I go live on TikTok and I post it to YouTube. He's always in the comments. His name is Randy. And if
Mm-hmm.
Randy, if you watching, shout out Randy. One of my first subscribers from like when I had like none.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced my stuff to his big brother of mine. His name is Oz, and at the time they had the atheist. They used to call it the Atheist Round Table, and so this is like my first introduction to like other atheist creators, where I'm like part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew of Cosmic Skeptic, I knew of like genetic. I had learned about genetically
Five
modified
skeptic.
skeptic,
Yeah, yeah.
and
He's one of the other first that
uh
I've subscribed to as well.
yeah, it was two channels I used to watch. It was like cartoons. It was Dark Matter 335 and
Dark
like
Matter, yeah.
the
Dark
non-stamp. Have you ever heard of the
non-stamp collector. Yeah, that was another one. Shout out to non-stamp
non-stamp?
collector and Dark Matter. Man, I
N-
love those channels. I
Man,
love those channels.
non-stamp collector is just,
Yeah.
man. It's like,
He broke it down
man,
so well. It's like,
man. It's too.
man,
It's
non-stamp
just. It's
collector.
too.
It's too
It's too
good. It's
good,
too
bro.
good. Yeah.
But no, my first introduction to like the atheist community was the Atheist Roundtable, or
Mm,
the Atheist Network. They changed it to the Atheist Network Group, and that's where I met Oz.
mm-hmm.
That's where I met Jenna and Mikey and Shane and Biddy Buddha, and I, I just, man, the family got grown with just people everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and so they started inviting me on their channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I started inviting them on my channel. And next thing you know, I'm everywhere. I'm like all over. People invite me for interviews, and we talking and stuff. And um, that's when I got introduced. I would not be a rapper right now if it was not for the Atheist Roundtable,
Okay.
because they introduced me to my brother Blatant. And he wasn't rapping either. We
Mm-hmm.
neither both of us were atheists. Both of us knew how to rap, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody was rapping. And so I just brought it up to him. We was the first day I met him,
Mm-hmm.
I brought it up on the stream. He was like, we should do something with that. I'm proud to say this. I recorded a song, my very first song. I recorded it and sent it to him, and both of us started rapping. Both of us started rapping off of that song. So I'm proud to say I brought I inspired black atheist rappers or whatever, how we gonna say it. Yeah, so that was my first introduction to like a real community outside of me just screaming at the phone and people telling me keep going, keep going. I really was talking to people at that time.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's actually what I've always wanted to build, you know what I mean? Because one thing is that I do love this community, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And I do love everyone that I met, you know what I mean? Crystal, Justin,
Oh
Deconstruction
yeah,
Zone.
oh yeah, for sure, for
Deconstruction
sure.
Zone is so dope. Mac, you know what I mean? Mac is so
Yeah,
dope, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Mac,
Like, yeah,
man,
Mac is that boy, you know, Joyful's
oh
that guy.
yeah, thinker and
Thinker, yeah.
Ariel. I see Ariel in the chat.
Ariel in the chat, yeah.
Man,
Joel reads the Bible. Dope, right?
Be
Dope, dope.
Easy,
Be
Be
easy, of course.
Easy. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
he's
man.
live right now. We're gonna go.
Be Easy live right now. Be
Mhm,
Easy, man.
mhm,
It's actually over there with him right now.
mhm.
It's another atheist. Her name is the Black
The Black
Atheist. So
Atheist, exactly.
we be making jokes like, who was the original? Kate, yeah. I see Kate, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
exactly.
We got a big family.
We got
Raven,
Raven, exactly.
Lords.
Lords,
Oh
exactly.
man.
Love Lords, Christina. Yeah, I mean Christine.
Loso, Xena
Mhm,
May. Who else?
mhm.
Man, we got plenty. Man, we so deep, man.
Oh,
Ty,
Ty. Yeah, Ty is
facts,
dope. I love Ty.
facts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, one thing that I noticed though, we do have a very big community, but one thing that I always notice is that the atheist community is very, very white. You know what I'm saying? So it is. You know what I'm saying? I do love y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Justin, you my boy. Joyful, like, I love you, bro. Benny, you my boy.
Yeah.
But it's very, very white, this community. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Crystal get along. We like this.
Yeah.
Crystal J.
Crystal, yeah, that's my dog. Crystal, my dog. You know what I'm saying? But it's very white. You know what I'm saying? It's a different experience as a black atheist, just like how it is all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Because just how our world is set up. You know what I mean? And they understand that. They know that. Like,
Yeah, they
no,
do.
yeah,
They do understand that.
they do that, and I
They do.
appreciate that. I really do appreciate
Yeah,
that. They understand that there's a reason why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
that's
But like,
100%.
whenever I share this on, share like my channel or share my content or Black Atheist, anything on any other forum like on Reddit, r/atheism, you'll get comments of people, upset that I want to interview Black atheists. I'm like, of course I do. You know what I mean? The experience is different. Of course I do.
Why you
You know
putting
what I
the?
mean?
They be in my comments like, why you put the black in front of it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what?
It's not the same.
It
Damn, it's
ain't the
not the
same, y'all.
same.
Ain't the same. Which is why I love the deconstruction community on TikTok, because they get it. They understand. Yeah, I mean, you ask Crystal or Benny about this, they're gonna be like, of course he does. You know what I mean? They understand, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to bring to the atheist community at large. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because unfortunately, when you have one group of people who grew up in one group of way, there's not a lot of diversity of mindset there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So therefore, that's what we're gonna run into. Like, I actually have run into, surprisingly, well, I should say not surprisingly because this is America, but surprisingly, I have actually run into discrimination and racism within atheism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. You feel me? I run into the
A-
so quote unquote race realists. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Have you
yeah,
ever run into that?
atheism don't make you a humanist.
Exactly. It
That's why I
doesn't.
try to tell people. They think atheism is a belief system. No, you got to ask these people what else.
Hmm.
I know you don't believe in God, but what else? Because
What
that's
else?
something different.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah,
I have yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the past 10 years. There are there's a surprising amount of atheists who are Trump supporters. A surprising
yeah.
amount. You know what I mean? There's a surprising amount
And
of atheists who are Trump supporters.
a lot of Volsi, I've been watching. I mean, I got all of Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris. I got all their books over on my shelf.
Oh yeah, the Four Horsemen.
I watched the debates. I watched the William Lane Craigs and
Hmm.
the Matt Dillahunties. I sit through those debates, but it's like I can't I just can't debate. Not because I don't know how to talk. It's just they don't even deserve that platform.
Mm.
A lot of times what they saying, they don't even deserve. Like, you debate your equal. Religion is not on the religion's nowhere near on the level of scientific inquiry or actual facts about the reality.
Hmm.
Only reason why religion has a platform is because they've spread it through violence, and they have so much clout that they just get to sit back and have pissing contests. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because I've watched hundreds of debates. Every debate is like everybody shake hands and go home.
Hmm.
What was the truth? What is the truth though? If we
Yeah.
just showing how much we can remember about religion or science, what is the fact though? What is the truth? Can we come
Exactly.
to a conclusion about, okay, I was wrong,
Hmm.
and now it's time to update that information? They don't do that. They just shake hands, clap, everybody come sign my book.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's why I say I think atheism, or just deconstructing and learning real history, is different for us because I'll go on record, and anybody who thinks different, you can come get your smoke.
Hmm.
This is a white man's religion. Islam is an Arab culture deified.
Yeah. It
Christianity
is
is Greco-Roman Hellenized Jewish culture deified.
deified. Hmm.
Judaism is Israelite culture deified. So it's like nothing I just mentioned got anything to fucking do with us. Is it wrong for a Jew to fuck with their culture? Not really. Is it wrong for an Arab to dress like a Arab and speak Arabic and get insight out of an Arab mythological framework?
No.
Not really. Is it wrong for the descendants of Greek and Romans to, oh, that was written in Greek originally? Or I like that motif about a God turning water into wine. My people came up with that. Is it wrong for them to say that? No. But where do we fit in? On top of that, Vosi, when the Pope and when the Europeans came up with their doctrine of discovery, who did they come attack? The dumb diversers. It wasn't issued. That wasn't a decree to tell Europeans to go force Christianity on Europeans. They forced it on us. I mean, you can go on this internet and you can read this shit for yourself, where it says to reduce all them pagan Africans, reduce them all to perpetual slavery and servitude. That's what the church said. So when we talking about deconstructing, let's have a debate, it's levels to this, gang.
No,
it's not. This is not just us learning about theology and trying to see which Christians we smarter than. No, gang. We up here. I'm up here for a different reason. I be up here 10 hours live. They think I'm up here because I think I'm better than Christian. No, what my background say. Black people should not be Black, Hebrew, Israelite, Christian, or Muslim. That's the hill I'm unaliving on, gang.
No,
I stand on that.
And I agree with you 100%. 100%. Because one thing that I've always said when people always, that was in your comments before on Instagram, where they were like, "Oh, Ethiopia accepted Christianity first." That's some bullshit. But the thing, and it annoys me so much. But the thing is that I always say is that even if we give that to you, even if we say that Christianity was in Africa before Europe, that does not matter. And the reason why it does not matter is because what matters is who actually controls this religion. Where is the central theology, the central spirituality, the center of finance, the center of theology, the center of all denominations that we know of today? Every denomination, even the black ones, probably except for Ethiopians, but even every single black denomination that we can say of today, from the Baptist to the Black Baptist to the United Church of Christ to African Methodists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, where did all of it come from? It all came from Europe. All of it. You see what I'm saying? So they control the spirituality, they control the philosophy, they control the theology, they control the finances. Every single denomination, even the one that black people are part of, came from Europeans. This is not ours, y'all. This is not our religion. If you want to be a black Christian, be an Ethiopian Orthodox, because they got the original black Christianity, them over there. Hell, as a matter of fact, I've always said that if it wasn't for colonialism, if black people did accept Christianity, it would probably look more like Rastafarianism. That's how it will look like. Yeah, I mean, it will either look like Rastafarianism, or it will look like Ethiopian Orthodox, or, people hate when I say this, it will look exactly like Haitian voodoo. That's what it will look like. You know what I'm saying? It won't look like what we see today. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to be a black Christian, the one you should be is Ethiopian Orthodox, because they got the original black one. We don't. You see what I'm saying? What you doing is not that. You feel me?
Well, see, it's crazy because the people using Ethiopia as their scapegoat, they're reading out of the KJV.
They're reading the KJV.
They're not reading speak these. You have never seen an Ethiopian Bible. Why are you using one? That? And then you go to the KJV. Art thou art. Like,
that's not how we talked. That ain't how we talked. That's not how we talk. It's crazy. You go to
they saying, yo, it's a video. It's a video. B.A.S.H responded to it. She was so convicted. Ethiopia. She was like, the original Bible comes out of Ethiopia, and I'm like, you loud and you strong and wrong, man.
You're wrong at the same
That's
time.
Incorrect. Exactly. You gotta throw that out. Let that.
Exactly. I mean, the oldest
I tell
Bible.
people, I said, you gotta let Ethiopia go. That can't save you from this work I'm giving you.
They can't save you, man. They can't save you. You
Ethiopia cannot save you, bro.
y'all just can't keep bringing up Ethiopia as if that means something. That don't mean nothing, y'all. Like, you not Ethiopian Orthodox. That's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at Ethiopian Orthodox, they have a completely different version of Christianity. Their version of Christianity is way different from Catholicism, way different from Protestantism. You could see the African influence in their Christianity. You could really see it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all, none of you niggas is Ethiopian Orthodox, bro. None of y'all is doing that. None of y'all is doing that. So
you're not even from Ethiopia.
You're not even from Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not even Ethiopian. Why?
Yeah, exactly. You do your ancestry. Your ancestry says Congo, Nigeria, Senegambia, and Angola.
West Africa, gang.
You from West Africa. Exactly. So if you want to be a black Christian, do what the West Africans do. All right. Well, maybe not them, but still, exactly. So it's like this always like
calling on Jesus.
Yeah.
it's
it's so embedded in our culture, you know. It's so embedded in our culture. Yeah, I mean, it's so embedded in our culture.
It's the indoctrination, bro.
But I do 100% agree with you. Where I look at Islam and it's like, yo, this is basically Arab cultural worship. You know what I'm saying? And
you gotta know Arabic to read it.
Exactly. So it's like, in order to properly read the word of the Almighty God, you have to speak it in a certain culture's language. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? You feel me? Why is that? And what I always find funny is the black people who are Muslim. If you look at white people who are Muslim, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They translate the Quran to their language. You know what I'm saying? Look at like Albanians, look at people from Kosovo, look at Chechenians, like white Muslim people. They don't do all the shit black Muslim people do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? I think it's the issue of colonization, where we suppress a lot of our cultural heritage to uplift others. And which is why I always say, like, besides colonialism and the Atlantic slave trade, Christianity and Islam are probably the worst things that ever happened to Africa. Because so much of our cultural and history, so much of our spiritual heritage has been erased because we want to not be demons or whatever and praise these other ones. You feel me?
But see, and this is another thing about history, Volsi. Without the conflict between the Arabs and the Europeans and the Muslims and the Christians, without that conflict, you don't get a transatlantic slave trade. All this stuff stems from the fucking Europeans trying to get around to the spice trade because the fucking Muslims was cutting their ass off and raising the prices on the fucking
taxes.
The shit. So they try. We want to get to the spice trade. Let's go around now. We can get it around. So they commissioned. I'm not gonna speak that nigga name. They commissioned him to go around, and he didn't know how big the earth was. So on his way around, he stumbled across some other land where people was already at that they discovered, and the rest is history. But all this stuff stems from religion, and that's, I try to tell people this. They be trying to, well, let's unite and let's liberate and let's come together, but it don't matter about what religion. That's not true. Religion is, you can't do nothing under the system or under the religion that was used on you to suppress
you are, yeah,
to demonize you, demonize where you come from. You were ripped from your families, and it was justified with this scripture. You're going to then take the scripture that ripped your family apart and try to bring your family together. No,
it's not working.
You don't have to do that. It's not that religion is not true enough for you to have to use it that way. It ain't even relevant enough for that.
It's not. I've always told people, is like, we don't actually need it. Yeah, I mean, and you brought this up before, the words of what's his name? King Leopold. There we go. King Leopold. Yeah. That I've always brought that up whenever black Christians come to me talking about how much they need God. I'm like, listen, the people who bought this to the Congo, to Nigeria, to Sub-Saharan Africa, the people who bought this to our ancestors, they even said that we already have morality. We already have a system of being right and wrong. We already have that. The only reason to turn us Christian is to make poverty noble. That's the only reason. Make poverty noble and turn them into perpetual slaves, just like how you said. perpetual slaves to poverty. That's what they wanted to do. All they wanted to do was uplift European markets. And if you look at it right now, until this day, you see that if you look at the trade deals, if you look at the everything that African countries do, thankfully not now anymore. They move more into China. But if you look at everything that they've done all the way up until now, it was always to improve the relations or improve what Europeans can do in the continent and not what Africans can do for ourselves. It was always that, to appease what they wanted, not what would be good for us. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why that is because there's a mindset there of these are the people who gave us the God, that we needed to be to follow. So we have to follow what they said. You see what I'm saying? And I'm finally glad that a lot of young Africans are realizing, like, no, we do not need to do this. We do not even need this religion. If you're even gonna, I'm gonna stay in it. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of that. Every time I see a black person deconstructing, even if they're not there all the way, if they're just questioning, I'm happy to see it, because we've been in this religion for over 500 years, praying to the same God for over 500 years. What has changed? What has changed?
And a lot of times, and one of the craziest statements, I heard it this morning when I was on live. I hear it every time I get on live, and people actually say out their mouth, this shows they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They say things like, "Oh, they just used it wrong," and I'm like, okay, well, show me a time in history where religions, Abrahamic religions, were not used to control people. Show me that. When have these religions not been tied into politics and economics and social society, the social structure? When have they not been used to control the group? I said this earlier. When the Israelites switched from polytheism to monotheism, that wasn't divine revelation. That wasn't a spiritual awakening from God. They was getting their ass kicked. And they got exiled. You getting your ass kicked, you get exiled. It's a religious crisis now, because we've been worshiping all these fucking gods, and all our gods let us get exiled. What happened, Lord? Oh, wait, the rationale. We worship too many gods. So they switched. They came in contact with Zoroastrianism, and they fucking adopted some of those principles and switched.
Exactly.
That's not divine. That's strategic. That's a social strategic move by the leaders of the whoever the fuck that group. Well, that's strategic. That's not divine revelation. We know why y'all believe in one God now. We know why.
Exactly.
We like,
and you can see this throughout history. Like history becomes this, right? Like look at the Greeks. The Greeks had like about 12, 13 gods, but like just to stop wasting time and energy, you know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Like, you have Zeus, you have Hera, you have Athena, you got Apollo, you got what's his name? The god of war, Ares. You got all those people, right? It's like, damn,
Zeus
how many?
And all them.
Exactly. So it's like, damn, how many people do we have to worship? How many temples do we got to build? You know what? Let's just pick this one, since this one is the one that blesses us the most. You see what I'm saying? And you could see that in Greek culture, ancient Greek culture. Olympia worship Zeus, Sparta worship Ares, Athens worship Athena, Corinth worship Poseidon. You see what I'm saying? They all said the other gods existed, but we're worshiping this one. This is our patron. And this is the same thing that you see in the Bible too, where all the other gods are mentioned, but only Yahweh is the main one that gets them that gets the most praise. Why? Because he's a war god. Just like how you said, they was getting their ass kicked. So they needed to worship the war god at that point. They needed to give reverence to the war god because they was getting their ass whooped. So they needed someone to bless them. And when they built a culture around the war god, guess what? If you have a culture of warriors, a culture of a god that says you're my warriors, you're my people, of course that's gonna inspire you in order to create better war tactics because the war god is blessing you. Right? It's a feedback loop. You see what I'm saying? That's the only reason why we even have all this, because Christianity spread throughout all these places, not through peace either. Because remember how you know how people say Islam spread through the sword? So did Christianity. Christianity
Yeah.
also spread through the sword. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a war god. Yahweh literally is a war god. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy how, like, if Israelite culture never rose, we would probably all be worshiping Zeus right now. You see what I'm saying? Zeus or Poseidon. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we would be arguing over whether Zeus is or Poseidon is actually real. You feel me?
Or Serapis. Got to put
Oh,
Serapis in there.
Serapis, yeah.
They don't like talking about Serapis Christos.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been
But no,
all of those.
man, you 100%. And it's like religion is just false. Based on anything we can pull up, based on facts, is false. Archaeology is false. Anthropology is false. Scientifically, it's false.
It's false.
Spiritually, it's false. It's not even it's any type of test we can run a religion through is gonna come out. These motherfuckers gonna come out false. They're not even, it don't even make sense.
Makes zero sense.
They talking about they like it's just bad. It's just bad for business. And it's bad for black business, but we're so, and this is what our downfall is. We're spiritual by nature. We've always been in tune with nature.
We have,
and you know, the world around us, you know, energy,
exactly.
it just exudes energy. It just all around us. And so one of our greatest gifts is we take nothing and make it into something. That's what we did with chitlins.
Exactly. That's what
in
we
some
did.
black households, chitlins is damn near gourmet, 5-star. My grandmother cooked some chitlins one day and fried that shit with some eggs. I thought it was a steak, bro. So that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we did with these religions. Are you gonna force religion on us?
We're gonna make something out of it.
We gonna take your little weird ass traditions and cultures and shit. We gonna add the drums. We gonna add that rhythm. We gonna start singing. Now we done fucking took some shit they done forced on us, and we done made it somewhat edible. It's edible. It's edible now. We can taste it.
It got flavor.
Get your taste buds tingling now.
Exactly. Gospel music is some of the most beautiful music you can hear. It really is. Man. It really is. Gospel music is beautiful. It really fucking is. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, is it real? No. Is it the shit's not real? Like the first time I think the first time I cried at church was listening to what was his name? I forgot his name, man, but it's not Dietrich Hammond, but it's another person who makes song. But he's made that song. I call you holy, your name is holy, holy you are, and righteous you'll be. That song. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about. I knew what I'm talking about, but I forgot his name. But I think that's the song that got me crying the first time, because it's like beautiful song. You know what I mean? Very beautiful song. I still love Kirk Franklin sometimes. You know what I mean? That stomp is still stomp slaps. You know what I mean? Stomp actually slaps. But we took something that was forced on us, and just like how you said, edified it. And if you really think about it, all music that exists in America today, that's where it all came from, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we had to do that. Even in Haitian culture, January 1st is Haitian Independence Day, right? And we have something called soup jumeau. And soup jumeau is basically squash soup. And the reason why we do that is because when the French enslaved us, squash was considered for the masters. It was a gourmet soup, right? It was considered for the masters. They took the squash, they gave us the pigs. You know what I mean? Because the pigs were whatever to us. So when we went ahead and couped that boule guy, you know what I mean, cut their heads off and burned the house, that's what the revolution was about. We took all the squash from all the farms and we made soup out of it. Now it's a symbol of our independence. What the masters didn't give us is now a symbol of our independence. So every January 1st, we drink soup jumeau to celebrate our independence, right? So that's what it was about. It's always and it is so good. Oh my God. If you ever in Miami for January 1st for Independence Day, for New Year's, let me know. I'll get you some soup jumeau, bro. You'll love it. Oh, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It feels like soul food, trust me. But it's amazing. But we took something out of nothing. You feel me? And it just goes to show that even though this religion was forced upon us, these conditions were forced upon us, we can always make something out of nothing, which is why I do what I do with this community when it comes to Black atheism. Because not only do more people need to see us, but I think if just like how you said, remember how you brought up Richard Dawkins and Christopher
Oh yeah.
Hitchens and all them, they were called the four horsemen. They were called the they were called the four horsemen of atheism.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
I
was I
think
was I was there for that.
exactly. I was there for I was there for as do. I think we need the cookout of atheism. You know what I'm saying? We need a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because these are older white guys who have an older perspective. We need fresher perspectives if we're gonna go ahead and keep the movement going. You feel me? And I feel we should keep the movement going because right now, if you look at what's going on in America, criticizing Christianity might become illegal in the next couple of years if Trump wants what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So we need to fight. We need to fight it. You feel me?
We man, I it's crazy because TikTok is like it's so many of us now. And I'm thinking about like when you said the Four Horsemen, with Richard Dawkins and Sam Harris and them, and I was like, wouldn't nobody have a chance if like four of us got on there together? It's a wrap. Is RIP. Bring the crucifixions out. They're done.
Yeah.
We I mean, and I try to give everybody their flowers. And I told you this. I tell everybody who I go in their lives, and I get a moment to talk to them, and I just be like, we need all hands. We need every type of hand, a small hand, a tall hand, a dark hand, a light hand. If you don't clip your fingernails, we need your hands. If you don't wash your hands, we need your hands. If you don't got no hands, we need your hand. We need all hands on deck.
Exactly.
Because it's all about representation. There's people who I cannot reach, and they're not gonna receive it. My style is a little, we get straight to the meat. There's some people who like to pin the layers off layer by layer. We need that. There's somebody we need we need your side. And the way you approach it, and you do debates, we need that. Cause I ain't doing it. But I support when you do it. And I'm glad we got somebody that can get up here and is willing to 10-minute opening, 20-minute closing. Yeah. I need you because I'm not doing that shit. And I need somebody who's gonna read every scripture to them. I ain't doing that. I need somebody who's gonna walk them through every council meeting, who's gonna take them through all of the history. Now that's where I like to step in when it comes to like history and common sense. That's all I got for you. If history and common sense ain't enough for you, Black atheists can't help you. But there are people who specialize in different aspects of deconstruction. Shit, I think a thinker, she speaks fucking Hebrew.
Yeah, she does.
And so it's like we got ex-pastors. We got people who don't been to seminary that's Black. We need all hands. There is no wrong way to wake your people up from this. I mean, I know some of us, got more followers than others. Some of us get more views than others. Some of us, in different parts of the world, some of us look different, sound different, bro. We got the same goal. Yeah. And I try to tell people like the amount, if all of us build these platforms up and we keep helping each other, everybody keeps coming out. I'm showing up for you. You showing up for me. We coming together and build all these platforms up. We gonna be this gonna be some dangerous shit. Because everything started with like a platform. Just being able to bring eyes to this shit. And then you bring eyes to it, you might get you some, you get paid from YouTube views, you get paid from TikTok views and stuff, to the point where one day we might not have to worry about income. We might be able to literally like invest 90 to 100% of our time strictly on it. That's the day I'm waiting on. And
Yeah.
I believe it's coming where we got platforms and people begging to come on our platforms.
Exactly.
Millions of views, 100K subscribers. We gonna fuck the game up. I believe that.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, because like I see Alex O'Connor, and I appreciate Alex O'Connor. I see genetically modified
I do
skeptic,
see
and
him.
I see them. I
I'm
appreciate
glad
them
you brought
too.
that up too.
Exactly. But I've always said, yo, Black Atheist Rants has about 5 to 7K. You know what I'm saying? Durante Lamar has 50K. They should be, y'all, both of y'all should have been at 100,000, 200,000,
Yeah.
a million at this point. You know what I'm saying? Especially Durante. You know what I mean?
Well,
Especially you. I mean, like y'all should have been at the, yeah, we gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there.
I
But
believe it.
I've always said y'all should have been at 100,000 already. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like our perspective on this that is like so unique and so different from everyone else's perspective needs to be out there. Like just like how you said, I have a different approach, right? I like the Socratic method approach, the speaking to people, because just like how you said, we debate our equals, right? And many times, just like how you said,
Sadly we don't. But
yeah. So typically we don't.
I
But we try to tend to
understand.
Yeah, we try to tend to teach the what I do. The reason why I do hold the whole debating thing, I don't really do it for the other person, because I know I'm probably not going to convince that person. I do it because of the audience. You know what I'm saying? I want the audience to think about what they're saying. And I've actually had that before. I've had people inbox me saying, hey, you know, you gave me a lot to think about. Even the person I'm speaking to, if they're being honest with themselves, they would say, you gave me something to think about. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I love to do. All I want y'all to do is really, really think about it. You feel me? Especially if you feel that you need this in order to be a good person, because you don't. You don't. You know, I mean, we've been ranting and raving for the past maybe like 30, 45 minutes, and I love it. I appreciate it. But I do want to get back to a round of question. Yeah, I do want to get back to no, it's all good. It's all good.
Because
I love it.
we do this. I ain't even thinking nothing of it. I'm like, damn, we should just let it bounce, let it flow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let it bounce, let it flow. I do want to get to a quick comment in the TikTok. Pretty Cat says that there are meetings in person as well, especially in California. We actually are doing a meeting next year in 2026, the Black Atheist Skeptics and Humanist Cookout. I don't have the flyer with me right now, but keep following me. The Black Atheist Skeptics and Humanist Cookout is coming next year, 2026, going down in Central Florida, y'all. Every Black atheist, skeptics, humanist, spiritualist person, deconstructing person, if you would like to come, you are definitely invited. All right. Shout out to the YouTube comments. I have the Afro Skeptic here. Afro Skeptic says, I think atheists are leaving too much ground uncovered. Glad that dude said we are spiritual by nature. I agree, but my spirituality skyrocketed once I dumped holy. Yes. I wanted to get to that as well. Thank you so much, Afro Skeptic. I wanted to get to that as well. My spirituality actually did go up after I left Christianity, because I felt more human. You know what I mean? I didn't feel that if I have one life to live, if this is all I get, if I'm never going to see my grandmother, my father, my mother, my sisters, I'm never going to see them again. This is it. I need to love them and uplift humanity as much as I can, because there is no forever where you're going to be living in paradise. This is all you got. So we need to improve our conditions now. Yeah, I mean, that's how I approached it. How did it affect your spirituality, Bar?
So, when I've always been I feel it inside type of person. I always been like that. And when I started believing in God, it didn't go away. When I tell people all the time, when I go outside, the birds and shit just flock to me. I feel
He's like a Disney princess or the princess.
No, bro, listen to me though. Listen to me. I feel, connected when I'm outside. I just take moments and I'm like, oh, this is real. I feel uh a sense of like what you said, like I'm actually alive. I'm human.
Mm-hmm.
I still get goosebumps when I listen to certain songs, and you know, I I meditate and I think on things. It's like it's nice to know that all the good things that I'm doing and everything, I get to take credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
I get to feel that that's me. When I do something good, that's me. I did that. It wasn't no God.
Exactly.
And so like, I told somebody one time, I was like, I don't think I'm spiritual. They was like, you the most spiritual person I know. Cause
Mm-hmm.
just how you like look like, I've always been, what I'm saying, big on family, big on people. I've always been a people person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess my spirituality is like helping others, caring about other people. That's how I show that I'm like full of life, full of breath. The breath of life is in me. How do I know that? I just go out and try to, help people, teach people, fellowship with
Mm-hmm.
people. That's one of my biggest things. I remember like I was the cousin or the brother growing up. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't have enough controllers for everybody to play, we going to GameStop so we can get some more
More
controllers
controllers.
just for
Yep.
this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I've always, I used to say this in my videos. If I can't, I was talking about God. Like you can't feed me and not feed them. If
Mm-hmm.
if you're not gonna feed my people, I can't eat at your table.
Yeah.
I would say that's what gives me, that's what brings me that like that spiritual feeling I had when I was really religious. I get that same feeling when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Or when I'm expressing that I care about humanity, I get that same, I mean, the same goosebumps, the
Mm.
same like the hair stick up like, man, that's a deeply spiritual thing I'm feeling when I do stuff like that.
Agreed.
And so I can't, even though I don't have no God,
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no religion for you. I don't got a lot of mushu woo woo for you. But
Mm-hmm.
I do got, you know, just fellowship with a human that gives a fuck about other humans.
The love of humanity.
And
Yeah.
and, and if that if that ain't enough, I ain't got nothing for you.
Man. Yeah, man.
You know,
I'm so glad that you said that, man, because like I feel like leaving
it give me the
Christianity.
chills now when I'm sitting here thinking about it. Just
Mhm.
it
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It really does give me a chill when I go out. Like I remember when I went to Haiti, right? And you know Haiti doesn't have a lot of like lights basically at nighttime.
mm,
Like there's not a lot of infrastructure there because of how it is. But one thing that I really appreciate about being there, even though I didn't have lights running at night, I couldn't watch TV or whatever. I could go outside and look up. You see what I'm saying? And when I went outside and I looked up and I looked at all the stars everywhere, you feel me?
mm,
That's when I was little. Me and my sisters, we looked up at the sky and we saw Orion's belt, and we told each other that that's us. That's gonna be our star. Yeah, I
mm.
mean, because it's me and two older sisters, and we adopted another one, so now we have to come up with another star. But when we were kids, Orion's belt was our star. Yeah, I know. We adopted a sister, so now we got to come up with another star. So, yeah. But like
Pick
when I,
another one over there.
yeah, yeah. Now we got to pick another one. Pick the Big Dipper. You know, what I mean, that's us four right now.
Mhm.
But like when every time I'm in a clear area and I look up in the sky and I see all the stars, and I realize how small I am compared to the rest of the universe. You know what I mean? The whole pale blue dot thing. And it's like, wow, you know what I mean? This earth, even though this earth is really, really big, it's also really, really small. You see what I'm saying? And we're literally all we got. Humanity is literally all
Yeah.
we got. So why should I not like love humanity? Why should I not uplift and help everyone as much as I can? Yeah, I mean, why not, the person who's on the street like starving? You feel what I'm saying? I'm next to a Publix or a Walmart. I'll go in there and buy a rotisserie and give it to them. You see what I mean? That's how I've always been. You feel me? And like the way I am, if I got it, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like I remember every time I
Mm.
see someone who's panhandling, I have nothing but quarters or whatever in the dashboard. I'm gonna give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bro, I'm the
I don't need those
same way,
quarters.
bro.
It's like I don't need them. You feel me? Every time like there's a kid out there who's saying, we're doing this for our football team. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it to them.
Every
Y'all got
time.
Cash App, y'all got Zelle, whatever. I'm gonna give it to you every single time. I mean, especially if it's like a person from the islands or Africa or just any black person who's selling something. Yeah, I mean, if they tell me it's 15, I'm giving them 20. You feel me? Because I know that 15, they probably bought that product for 10, but they have to sell it at 15 just to make that living. You feel me? So I'm gonna give them 20. I'm gonna give them twice as much because it's like I'm just like that. You feel me? And I think as humanity, as humans, like this is how we should be all treating each other. Yeah, I mean, just kind and uplifting each other and wanting each other to live our best life. You know what I'm saying? So that's my spirituality, just the love of humans. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
uplifting us as people and
Did,
animals.
did
You
we
know, I have a
write our
cat. So
speeches? Did you copy my speech?
yeah,
We found out you copied off my paper, Vosa.
I probably did, but yeah, I've always felt the same way. You know, I'm always like, yeah, but like leaving Christianity, like even though I lost religion, I felt that I gained my humanity. You see what I'm saying? That's what I gained. And I've always asked that question, you might have lost religion, but what did you gain by leaving? What did you gain? Oh, I'm actually asking.
Oh,
Yeah. You lost
oh.
Christianity, but what do you feel you
Oh, you
gained?
was actually asking. I'm thinking
That's,
like, man, that's a beautiful question. You
yeah.
asking me.
Yeah, I was asking you.
You got to pause for dramatic effect.
Yeah, of course.
Man, I'm like a in another life I'm like an actor or some shit. But
Mm,
no, you know, it's nice to know that I'm actively searching for like the truth.
mhm,
I really feel like I'm gaining the truth. Like I mean, I get so much fulfillment out of doing research and just learning the truth about all this stuff.
mhm,
They say the truth is the only thing that can set you free. That's it.
mhm,
I mean, I just feel, the unknown is kind of frightening, but it's no greater feeling when I do some research and I discover something new.
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I know the answer to that question.
Mhm,
Or like, damn, I don't have to believe a lie anymore.
mhm,
I get so much satisfaction out of that. Like, I can't even tell you. Just being able to, hey, Black, what this is right here? Oh, that's 1 + 1 is 2.
mhm,
And then it's just like I was the kid in class. I know you done seen it in the movies. I
mhm.
was the kid in class that was just like he raised his hand, everybody be like, I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I would just I used to have so many questions,
Mhm,
and I just wanted to know. I'm still like a sponge, but I just wanted to know. And so when you ask me, like, what did you gain? I'm
mhm,
like, knowledge, information, truth. I became a seeker of truth. When I left religion,
mhm.
I became a real seeker of truth. I wouldn't trade that. You can't pay me to go back.
Wow.
If I could start over and somebody gave me $1 million, but I would have to stay Christian. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
I would have to stay Christian and just lie. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Like being able to read, I mean, just reading books, man. I get so much out of searching and finding these lies,
Mhm,
and then the icing on the cake is when I'm able to get on these lives with you and
mhm,
my other brothers and sisters and just be able to, you know, enlighten others.
mhm,
This the real enlightenment. Being able to just tell them like that is not true. There's no greater feeling than being able to. That's not true.
mhm.
This is what that is. You can put that down now.
Yeah.
Let's walk this way to the truth. I got a quote. I got a quote that I put on my live when I go lives on YouTube. It says, The day you stop talking about what matters is the day you unalive. And I'm like, that's what I live by. And when people be like it doesn't matter about your religious beliefs, that's not true.
Not true at all.
It's not true at all. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to be no atheist. I tell you, I don't give a fuck about no atheist. Like I'm not trying to make you not believe in God. I just really want you to understand that you should not be worshiping and practicing things that have led to your demise. You wouldn't if a clan I'm laughing, but I'm if a Klan member had a grocery store with the Klan with the hooded logo on the building, you going in there? Is you going to get your grapes and your mushrooms out the stove with the Klan logo on top? Is you going in there?
You ain't going in there, bro. I ain't going in there.
I ask people all the time, would you join a gang that did a drive-by on your mama house? Would you join that gang?
You ain't
and they unallow everybody in the house. And then 10 years later, they come knock on your door with a pamphlet. Your whole family gone because of this gang. Would you join that gang? If you go over somebody's house, you got 10 people with you. And they say they gonna, y'all come over. We gonna have a party. We gonna feed everybody. Y'all get to the door. They say they only got room for one. It's 10 of y'all. You the only one that can come in. Is you going in? I just want you to be consistent. If we gonna get out, all I'm saying is if we gonna get out in the street and protest injustices, protest crimes committed against us, protest things that are to our detriment, you got to put these religions on that list.
On that list, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
100%.
Do I want everybody on the planet to be atheists? I don't fantasize about that.
Yeah.
Do I like atheists? I prefer atheists. I love atheists. But I do understand and respect that we had gods and spirituality too. I'm not here to let me see if I can get this analogy to work. I'm not trying to throw our bath water out. I'm trying to take us out we in the wrong bathtub.
Yeah.
Get out that tub. Get in your tub.
We're in the wrong bathtub in the first place. I mean, we're not trying
water dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't even clean. You don't got no bubbles in it. Ain't no toys in the water for the kids.
Exactly. We're not trying to throw out the baby with the bath water. We're just not in the right tub.
In the wrong tub.
Yeah, exactly. We're just in the wrong tub. You know? No, I completely.
You trying to take a bath with the toilet water, gang? Get in the fucking tub. Get your head out the toilet and get in the fucking
tub. No, that's 100. That's 100%.
Shit in there. You know that, right? The streaks on the side.
The streaks on the side.
The streaks on the side of the toilet, gang. Get in the tub. Get in your. How you going? You see what I'm saying? Get in your tub. Why are you in there? You in the toilet.
Oh my goodness.
And they just shitted and then they shitted. Then they. They pooed and shit ain't flushed. And I'm gonna use that.
And you just in there, like just chilling in there.
You don't see that hot bath with the bubbles in it right there? You jump in that.
It's ugly, bro. Just go ahead and wash all that off. Take a shower, bro, please.
Yes,
like
please.
we do
I'm
not.
saying.
Yeah, I feel you. I've said the same exact thing. It's like, y'all, we do not need this. This is not necessary, y'all. This is not necessary for you to be a good person. Not necessary for you to have morals. Not necessary for you to find love. Any of that. Well, speaking of finding love, definitely gotta talk about that, man. Because every time I do these testimonials, when it comes to either atheist men or women, one thing that I found is that anytime we run into a religious person, they will always tell us, well, I mean, we can't take you serious. We can't, I mean, like for me, what was hard about it was, I would go on 1 or 2 dates. We feeling each other. The vibe is there. I mean, We talk about if we're going to go ahead and take it serious or not. You know what I mean? We go into our religion thing. I was like, well, I'm not a religious, but you can believe whatever you want. Like, I don't believe in a God, but you can believe whatever you want. That doesn't matter to me. The answer I will usually get is, well, we can't go any farther because I need a man of God. You know what I mean? But would you like to come in? You from said
I remember you. I
they
remember
text
you
me on
telling me
Saturday
about this.
talking about, are
Yeah.
you up? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I can't take you on no more dates, but you could go ahead and take back shots on Sunday, I guess. you from me? And that would always annoy me. Yeah, I mean, now I finally did find a woman who didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I've always told
That is.
I've always told people, if you're a black non-believer, just go after someone that does ATR, because they do not care. You know what I mean? They do not care at all. But being that, as it may, we're gonna run into, in our community, the women love them some Jesus, and the men love to be the messenger of Jesus. So when it came to your dating life, did you run into the same exact issues that I did?
My name is Black Atheist Ranch Volsey. Yeah. You can get away with Volsey.
Yeah.
You can see that, but like, oh, he just got a YouTube channel, or he just do content or something. You just, my name is Black Atheist Ranch. Brother.
Yeah.
Brother. I live in the Bible belt buckle.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's that's probably harder. That's one of the, like,
yeah.
I do not want to come home and my kids on their knees praying to that white dude.
Yeah, I agree.
No. So it's like, there are people who can, I can't. Yeah. I'm not going to. I don't knock people who can do that. I'm not doing that. I'm first of all, I'm too militant. You'd literally be with, you'd be going to church on Sunday, and then when you come home, I'm at the door. or you come home and I'm in the room, and all you hear is me saying F. Would you was at church for 3 hours, and I'm posting everything wrong in the Bible as you coming in the door.
Yeah.
And all you hear is, F this not true, this not, no. I wouldn't want you to have to deal with that. That reminds me of when I was taking religious studies in the morning and taking philosophy. I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
Yeah.
And so I'm not, I don't. Yeah, I'm not doing it. It's no.
It's a no. Yeah.
It's a big no.
Not knocking anyone who does it or has the ability to do it, but
because what we standing for? We got to stand on something. If we say we try, like, I don't know, it's kind of like it might be a double-edged sword, but I'm like, no. But look at how many people that kind of like checks out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the whole, like what you said, black women love them some Jesus. They love Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus H Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus
H
Ptolemy. Jesus Ptolemy Christ. They love Christ. Love Serapis. I mean Jesus. I mean Jesus. Love Jesus.
They love Caesar Bajoya.
Yeah,
I mean Jesus.
Borgia. Love the Pope. No, the Pope, illegitimate son. No.
Yeah, they love him. That
that dude. Like, the Pope is those people are like. I can't do it, man.
Yeah, I cannot do it.
It's in his image.
No, fact.
Like,
I can't.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah, I can't do nothing with that. I can't.
That's like it's like a person that's not racist That's like a YT man that's not racist.
Mm-hmm.
Dating a woman that's the whole ultimate she got the whole shebang, the Trump hat with the shirt on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Klan tat, little hooded man on her wrist.
Mm-hmm. With the swatcher and all that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She
can't
coming
do
like
it.
Elon and shit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
man.
exactly. I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it.
Would you tell him to do it?
Mm-mm.
Would you tell a YT man that's not racist to do that?
True.
I can't. That's the same thing. I'm one of those people who I treat religion like racism. I treat it like it's all of it's ethnocentric. I treat it like racism, especially like when the book is telling you who the chosen people are and go out and enslave everybody but the chosen people.
That's
No.
that's ethnocentrism. That's 100% peak ethnocentrism. It is. Nah, like I can't even blame you there. All atheist women that I've met say the exact same thing. They can't come home to a man that expects them to do this, that, and the third because the Bible says so, and this is how it's supposed to be biblically.
You better have my supper ready by 5.
Yeah, exactly. They can't live like that. They can't do it.
God said God first, then the man, then the
wife, then the children. Yeah, exactly. They can't do it. And you know what that leads to another thing that I'll be saying, where I'll always say that black people don't actually care about patriarchy. We just want it to be nicer because we believe God, husbands. I'm not gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that because I'm gonna get in trouble. But yeah, it's exactly that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's very, very difficult. I was going to resign myself to just finding any women who would be with me that just is not a serious churchgoer, because I'm like, I'm gonna end up with a woman who believes in God,
bro. I've
always
terrible, bro.
Exactly. I was just saying, I'm just gonna resign myself because I'm gonna be with a God believer. I've always said that. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be with a God believer. Whatever. It just is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna be with a God believer. But the day that I met my fiance, and she told me that she's practices Obia, and she tells me that was similar to voodoo, similar to Ife. You know what I mean? Where there isn't really a supreme God. It is more of a spiritual, ancestral thing. I was like, yes. Praise the ancestors. Praise the ancestors, because
we locked in.
We locked in. Now we this. Yeah, I mean, 3 years strong. We locked in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I couldn't be, because my ex was a Bible thumper. You know what I'm saying? And that was usually our arguments. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, man, like, can you please stop? It's like, yo, I don't care. It's like, yo, I really don't care, bro. I really don't care. Like, go and read your Bible. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do Bible study with me. Like, I do not care. Like, it's, and it was actually really difficult at a point, because my sister would always tell me, like, you're not gonna find a woman that makes sense. Like, how are you gonna lead a woman and you're not spiritually strong? And I had to be like, y'all know you could be spiritual without this, right? It's not. It ain't necessary, y'all. Like, for real. Like, for real, man. But oh man, but yeah, dating is difficult. It's very, like, the black dating scene is already difficult. You already know. You've seen all the gender wars online, so you already know the black dating scene is a mess. Then throw religion in there. It's
red pill. This and
the red pill, the
male and all.
Yeah. I was talking to my lady about that the other day, because my lady's an older Gen Z, right? And she told me that Gen Z women are not dating Gen Z men because the Gen Z men got into the red pill, while us older ones, the millennials, we missed all that. So whenever we see them, we took a look at Fresh and Fit, and we were like, these niggas is dweebs, bro.
I fucking hate. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm old, bro.
Nigga. Damn. Bro, I'm 27, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like, I gotta start calling you big bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm old, bro. I'm old.
But you look young though.
Yeah.
I thought you was like, I said he's probably 30.
Yeah, man.
You got the old man arms going in yonder.
I got the old man wave. You know what I mean? The father finger wave. I got this.
Do
I be
you?
doing this
Hey,
a lot.
do you stand in the screen though? Just look at that over there. What's that?
Yeah. That's, you know what's
You
crazy about that?
just stand on your porch. Just look at that grass. I want my grass.
Me and my lady actually got some porch things just the other day, and I just be sitting out there
Man.
sometimes, you know what I mean, lighting up my thing and just be like, damn, look at these kids, bro.
You an old man, bro.
Oh man. And when I be talking to my nephew,
I see you got the grade.
yeah, I'm graying up a little bit.
Man, yeah, no, bro. That's what's up, big brother. My bad.
Nah,
Gotta respect my elders.
You gotta respect the elders. No, but I'm happy you're a Gen Z man that is not with the red pill shit, man, because like a lot of us millennials, we missed that. But a lot of Gen Zs, like a lot of people in your generation is getting into it, and it's like, yo, these motherfuckers is dweebs, bro. what the hell they be talking about? These dudes is just, like, they don't like women. You know what I mean, they just really don't. You know what I mean? And it's like
I was for a minute.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was you know,
I know how that go.
all that shit came out at all of it came out at the same time.
At the same, yeah, exactly. When you come of age, it comes out.
They all on time out, like everybody came out at the same time. I just started seeing all the YouTube channels and stuff. I know about it all. I know about it all. I was in there, but I just kind of like, you know, I just kind of, I'm like, what are they saying? It's like y'all ain't even.
Y'all not even teaching us like how to even be with women. You just teaching us that, you know, women ain't shit. Like,
Yeah,
should I like women or what do y'all? What
I'm like, why y'all don't bring people on that's actually like, you know what I'm saying? Instead like I've seen it where they bring on girl that's like, you know, maybe like half naked or something.
Yeah.
And then you try to make fun of people for being half naked. I'm like, you brought her on the thing.
Made no sense, right?
Outside. Why you bring her on there?
Why'd you bring her?
And then try to talk back. I'm like, why didn't you? I mean, why don't y'all, instead of like trying to, you know, sex shame or bash people who, you know, outside or whatever, why not just bring on like the women that you prefer or some? I don't know. You don't have to like knock other groups of people just because your preference is something else. Go to your preference, and if that's, I mean, it's women that like staying at home. It's some that don't. The ones that don't, why would you like that? That don't even matter. Just go if you want, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes with the slim petite. Go to that. How you gonna shame everybody else because they not that? Or like I don't know.
It started to not make sense to you.
I left all that. I had left all that alone because I was like, they get to the point where I'm not learning nothing. They just trying to get some clicks and try to make fun of people or try to like. I mean, they bringing women on and saying that same shit over and over and over. It's like, okay, why aren't y'all talking to these other? You know, like I don't know. Is it about helping men?
Yeah.
Or you just trying to bash the women?
Yeah, you know yeah. That's what I started noticing as well. It's like, what are they actually doing? Like, what are we talking about?
I was like, I don't know, man. Fresh and Fit is terrible. Them niggas is goofball,
them boys is goofballs, bro. No, they some really big goofballs. Like, all they do is bring on women that they don't even like and yell at them. It's like, are you addicted to anger?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
That's not your type. Why would you do that? Why not bring your type on and talk to your type?
Talk to your type. It's like, are y'all addicted to anger? Because you bring on women that you know is gonna make you upset and then yell at them. Y'all, it's like y'all addicted to anger.
You don't like women that got OnlyFans, but you bringing on OnlyFans models to try to shame them. That don't make sense, bro. Oh my God. Why would you do that?
I've never understood it.
I just.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you got away from that, bro. I'm glad because a lot of young men.
I was in there. I even had a little, what they call it. I had a little red pill rage and everything, man. I said, nah, this ain't it.
This ain't it, man. Because the thing is, it makes you addicted to anger. You know what I mean? And it's like, it makes you addicted to anger, and like when you get away from it, you want to be angry all the time. And I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've interacted with people in real life who, like, the moment the subject comes up, they're super amped up. They're super angry. You know what I mean? And it was one time I was talking to a kid. I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, hold on, stop, bro. What are you upset about? I had to really ask him, like, what are you angry about? It's like, nah, I'm not angry. It's just these women. I'm like, bro, you yelled at me for 5 minutes about women, bro. What are you upset about? When was your last girlfriend?
Like, bro, somebody's gonna like you, bro.
It's like, yeah, somebody gonna like you, man. It's like,
it's not the end of the world, gang.
It's not.
I mean, one girl says she's not interested. Now you like, these bitches ain't shit. Like, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, bro. We got so away from atheism.
Oh man, no.
No, all good. I love these. I love going on like that. I love going on this. I love going on this. But look, man, like I love these.
Bro, you know you my dog, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. You my dog.
I told
too.
you I'm with you, bro. I'm honored to be on the show, for real.
Yeah. I'm honored to have you. Like I said, you were like I think basically the first Black atheist I subscribed to. Yeah, I mean,
man, I can't even put that in words, bro.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you've done. And the moment I saw that you were a rapper, I was like, okay, now I gotta wait for him to get famous so him and Lecrae can start beefing. You know what I'm saying? Because
he can't. No, I ain't gonna lie. He my new. I got the new shit that's about to come out, brother. Like the album I just put out, that's 2 years old.
Ooh,
my pen is, I know, but that was 2 years ago. This shit that's dropping, bro. I sometimes I listen. I swear to you, bro. Sometimes when I'm driving and I'm listening to this shit, I cry.
Cause like,
I'm like, there's no way I wrote that. There's no way that's me. I'm like, bro, I wrote that.
I gotta download this new one, man. Like, you said it's coming out. When's your next one coming out?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Whenever it comes out, we streaming it.
This year. It's gonna be this year. It's like,
y'all, we streaming it. Remember, y'all stream it. Stream that. Run those numbers up. Up.
Yeah, man. I'm about to put. Have you heard Born Again?
Not yet.
I gotta put Born Again back on Apple Music, but that was my very first album. I gotta put that back on Apple Music. Yeah, they took it off. But
yeah.
No. This when this next one drop, bro, they gonna be like, no way. Who is this?
Yeah. We need that.
Every song, no skips. I'm telling you, bro.
No skips is a banger. All right, that's what we need. That's what we need. But you know what? You know what's crazy? You know where I'll never see your music. Hey, shout out to Crystal. She's in the comments. Shout out to Crystal. Yeah. But you know what we'll never see? We won't see them put you on Welcome to the Culture. We won't see them put you on the Shade Room. They won't put you on Spiritual Word. They're not gonna put you on Rap. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna put you on all these major platforms. They're not gonna put you on those because it's like all those platforms are ran by super Christian people. You know what I'm saying? All those platforms are ran by people who clearly have an agenda to not give Black people the correct information. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we need to create our own platforms to make sure that your music gets promoted. Yeah. I would love to see your music, or anytime you shoot a video or anything like that, or when we do the B.A.A.S.H cookout. Remember y'all B.A.A.S.H cookout 2026 in Florida? I would love to see like the videos of that and the clips of that being posted everywhere on, Shade Room and Welcome to the Culture and all that.
We should put the phone on the tripods and somebody go live and just for the people who can't make it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. That's what I'm planning to do.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna be lit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have cameras and everything like that. I'm gonna definitely probably get like a Canon. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Canon camera and everything, like a digital cam, and shoot everything like that and put the clips up, because I would definitely want it to get viral, get more people to see it, because at the end of the day, like we said in the beginning, people can't the Christianity or Islam and being Black are so intermingled at this point that we're considered outside of the culture. You know what I'm saying? But people need to
We
know
the
that
heathens.
exactly we're not part of the culture, but people need to know that we are here and we are actually part of this culture. We are black people and we are a part of black culture. This is another expression of black culture. You see what I'm saying? And people need to see that. And I mean, I'm calling out people like Shade Room and Spiritual Word and Welcome to the Culture because all they promote is that Islam and Christianity. They would say Happy Ramadan, but they would never say Happy Atheist Day. Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. You know what I'm saying? So we need to show these large platforms that we are part of this culture as well, and we need to promote that. You feel me? And I hope that when your album drops, it goes viral and they post it everywhere so people know. You know what I'm saying? People know. That's part of the reason why I do this. I said I want to talk to more black people. This is why when you have your background, black people should not be Christian, Muslim, or black Hebrew Israelite. I'm doing the same thing. Why should black people be Christian, Muslim, or black Hebrew
I
Israelite?
like that.
I
Yeah,
got the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And the
I
reason
know.
why
You told,
is
I remember you told me that. Yeah,
exactly because I want to talk to more black people and I want to see, I want to talk to our people and have this conversation because we just don't have it. You feel me? But yeah, bro. But anyway, we had an hour and 40 minutes, man. So
40 minutes. God damn, it
hour
don't
and
even
40
feel,
minutes.
it don't feel like we even.
Yeah, man. It's like we haven't been even be here 10, but I want to do these every single Tuesday. I just want to go and give a quick shout out to Black Atheist Rants, give a quick shout out to the Black Atheist Coalition, give a quick shout out to r/Ask Black Atheist on Reddit. If you're a Redditor and you like Reddit and you are a black non-believer or anything like that, or just deconstructing, you can go to r/Ask Black Atheist. Let me go. I got kicked some time ago. Yeah, I got kicked. But yeah, go to Reddit/r black atheists. I mean r/Ask Black Atheists. We also have a Discord. It's in my bio. You can go ahead and check that out, y'all. Join that Discord because we're gonna be promoting the Black Atheist Skeptic and Humanist Cookout. Afro Skeptic and my YouTube. I appreciate you, brother, for being here. D Block, I see you in the comments. I appreciate you. Crystal, shout out to Crystal. We love Crystal. Crystal is such a nice lady. We appreciate you. But the Black Atheist Skeptic and Humanist Cookout is going down next year, 2026, in Central Florida. Bar is going to be performing, of course. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his fee. But I'll come up with the money somehow. You know what I'm saying? I'll come up with this somehow. But I don't know his fee, but I'll come up with it somehow.
No fees. No fees. I'm here for what they say, for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Hey man, I appreciate you.
Hey, no, so what I'm glad you said that. I'm make sure this album get out way before that. So everybody already know the lyrics and shit. So we turn this motherfucker on. I'm expecting everybody to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I expect. That's what I expect. I mean, if we could get a stage going, hell yeah. You know what I mean? We'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if we get a stage going and everything. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I got one last question for Bar. All right. So and I ask this for every single question. Now, we've been explaining this throughout the entire time, right? How I've always felt is that we should be building our community for Black atheists, but we should also be engaging, you know what I mean, with the culture at large. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do the content that I do. There are people who say that we just need to focus on our community and building our community instead of, doing all these debates, doing all these content. We could do content, but debating and talking to Christians and Hebrew Israelites, just don't worry about that. Just build our community. I've always said we should walk in Chugam. You know what I'm saying? Let's build this community, but we need to interact with them because, unfortunately, they spread a lot of misinformation. The misinformation used to come from Christians. Now it's coming from the Hebrew Israelites, especially people who want to be pretendian now. You know what I mean? So, the whole "we were here already" thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that stuff. So, I've always said we could walk in Chugam. In your opinion, where should our focus be as Black non-believers as we grow? Should it be with the community? Should it be with engagement? Or should we have a hybrid of it and walk in Chugam, basically build our community and engage with the outside culture?
And so this goes back to a little bit what I was saying earlier. We need all hands.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no wrong way. I commend you because I'm not the best at debating.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know Vossi is, then I can like it's hard for me to want to okay, I want to debate, or do I want to just chill, or do I want to just read the Bible? I'm like, it's nice to know I can exhale because I have soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
I look over here, we got 10 TikToks where they going through every verse.
Mm-hmm.
You look over here, you can't come on there and think you finna debate and win. They got all that ready for you. I need all that. I'm proud of all of it. There ain't no wrong answer. Even if there are some people who they be like, they don't want to debate. I'm like, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. But we have to support those who do and can and will. Because we still need representation in that area too.
Yep.
And so, I don't want to be like one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be weak in some areas. No, I got soldiers for that. We got smoke for that too.
Mm-hmm.
How you want to go? You want to go biblical? You want to go literal, historical, or you want to go spiritual? We got people for all aspects, all genres, all walks. We got you. So, I commend you and I support you. And I'm gonna start sitting in on some of these debates. You might have to put me on and let me debate.
Yeah.
I didn't say I don't know. I guess I won't say I don't know how. I just I don't even like platforming them. But like what you said it earlier. It ain't even for you. We ain't trying to convince you. I got a 200 motherfucker that's finna watch this. This video might get 300 views, 500 views. I need them to see this. You're saying bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so
what
I'm with you. I'm 100% behind you. Everything you standing for, everything you do, I'm with this shit.
Yeah, man.
And even though I ain't in the debate space, I'm on your team, bro.
Hey, man.
100%.
And I definitely appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Like how you said, we need all hands on deck.
If tomorrow you get I'm with you. You say the Thursday, I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I want to do these Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, I want to do these testimonials like we're here now. Wednesdays and Thursdays are gonna be my debate days, where we're gonna be going at it. I'm gonna be asking the tough questions. I'm gonna be asking, why should we be Christian, Muslim, or Black Hebrew Israelite? I gotta let me know, why should we be those things? You know what I mean?
That's a hard question to answer if you in that. Ooh, I feel for him.
Yeah.
I brought you up earlier. I was on the panel and I enjoy when you bring up how when it comes to the Haitian Revolution, they fought back and won, and they weren't Christians. They fought against it, and I brought you up earlier. I was like, man, I like to hear you. I like when you say that stuff. I need that on repeat because I didn't even know that. I didn't even start thinking about that until you see what I'm saying.
Exactly. We need all that. We need that.
First of all, nobody has ever even said that where my ears didn't hear it. Somebody probably said it, but I didn't hear it. I heard it from you. And so I'm like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Now, if you were not talking, if you weren't doing it, how would I have found that information? I would probably have found like 30 years from now. That's what I'm saying. We need you specifically. We need you to do it. And we need her to do it. And him and them and they. We need everybody to do it.
We do.
In this community.
Exactly. In this community, we need all hands on deck. We need all y'all to 100%. Do it. And if there are people who, like how you said, don't want to debate, like Durante Lamar, he said, I don't like debate. I don't want to debate. You know what I'm saying? But his perspective and his content is amazing, and it brings a huge amount of perspective. 100%. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know what I mean? Ichabod, the same way. Ichabod doesn't really do debates. He just interviews people, gets the word out. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? We need that. You feel me? And then we have Mandisa Thomas. She's more of an activist. She out there. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying, man? These
Yes.
Thomas is in them
Yes.
streets. You feel me? That's something that I actually wanted to do before. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm gonna start doing is probably do street interviews. Instead of going to the street interviews talking about can I touch your booty, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't believe in God. Why do you? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna be doing because street
Don't need a
interviews
vest,
are
but yeah.
yeah, exactly. Street interviews are too horny for me. Like
Yeah.
I hate that genre because it's like, why y'all so freaked out, bro? Jesus Christ, like calm down. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to exactly, I want to go out there and I want to ask people, you know, why should I believe in God? Do you believe in God? Why do we believe in this? Is the Bible the truth? How do you know it's the truth? Tell me what truth that you get from it. Can I be a good person without believing in it? If that's the case, why are you? You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask these hard questions. You feel me? I think we want to go out there. You feel me? My platform gets larger, that's when I'm probably gonna start doing that. But for now, I'm online. Yeah, you know I mean, but now I'm online. But like I said,
I can see that though.
exactly. We need that. We need that. And I know that will go viral. People get mad at me. People get mad at me. That will go viral. But I don't.
And then you in Miami too?
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Right now I'm in Central Florida.
It's
Like,
gonna be all type of crazy motherfuckers out there.
oh yeah. Exactly.
That'd be great.
It will. It'll be amazing. And I can't wait to do it. But for now, on Tuesdays, we're gonna be doing Tuesday testimonials, Wednesday, Thursday night debates. You know what I'm saying? Next Tuesday, I have someone from my subreddit that's gonna be joining me for atheist testimonials. But for right now, Bar, I want you to promote everything that you got. Promote your music, promote your social medias, you know, promote your dating profile. Let's get you some groupies. You know what I'm saying? All that, bro. All that, bro.
Nah, man. First off, man, I appreciate you for having me on. It's an honor to be on here. You know, thank you for having me on. And this the domino, the first of many more to come. So I'm glad I was able to be like on. But just to close us out, so you can find me on at Black Atheist Rants at everything. At Black Atheist Rants. If you first of all, if you type in Black Atheist on anything, I'm probably gonna pop up. So type in Black. Well, now it's like it wasn't like that at first. It wasn't like that 5 years ago. But if you type in Black Atheist on anything, I'm popping up. So that's what I was hoping for. So yeah, you can find me at Black Atheist Rants, Instagram. Of course, I'm on TikTok. YouTube is where all my music is, where all my longer form videos are. You know, I do Bible studies on there. I do you know, rants where we just talking. I'm just coming from the heart. You know, those I do Quran. I do everything wrong in the Bible, everything wrong in the Quran. I got to start on the Book of Mormon, but I got videos on there. I've been doing this for a minute, you know, and so like Vosi said, I was one of the first Vosi found out about, and so hey, I'm very to the I don't pull no punches when it comes to religion. So when you go over there, strap in because you in for a ride. But yeah, and also for the music side, check out if you go to my YouTube channel, I have 2 mixtapes and 2 albums. So I got 4 pieces out the catalog so far. It's 2 mixtapes. We got Blatant Bars 1 and 2, and then we got Born Again, which is my solo album. It was my first album, no features. And then I just dropped Ground Zero with my boy, The Only Poet. So we dropped it on his. That was actually we dropped it on his birthday. So it was like a Black Atheist birthday present.
Oh, okay.
So man, y'all get on go to the YouTube channel, check the videos out, check the music out, and you know, man, make sure y'all subscribe, like, leave a comment, follow me on here. I go live on here. You know, Vosi, he probably gonna be on my platform soon. So man, y'all make sure y'all go follow your boy.
Yeah, definitely. I go live everywhere as well. Yeah, I definitely follow Black Atheist Rants. Follow the bars because we need to raise the bars, y'all. We need to raise the Black Atheist Rants.
Bro, they used to say that. Listen, I got it, bro. I don't know why I stopped using that, but all my subscribers, they used to say that shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's start saying it again. Raise the bars.
Raise the
okay, we need more Black Atheist Rants. Yeah, I mean, raise the bars. That's what we gotta do. Raise the bars. But I appreciate y'all. I want to go ahead and promote one last thing. If y'all do, shameless plug. Y'all remember to check out the Black Atheist Humanists and Skeptics, the Black Atheist Skeptics and Humanist Cookout. All right, that is coming soon. This is our logo here. That will come soon, and yeah, next year, 2026, at Central Florida, we will be hosting a cookout, and I hope to see you all there. Uh, we, have some good food. Bring some food out. Bring some cooking out. If you are a black atheist, agnostic, skeptic, spiritual, deconstructing, whatever you are, if you are irreligious in the irreligious field, come on to the cookout. You are definitely invited, and we are definitely going to go ahead and have a good time. Bar is going to be raising the bars. All right, when he drops that album, y'all better memorize all those lyrics. All right, because I'm gonna try to have a stage out there, and if I could get, you know atheists with yeah, exactly. If I could get black atheists with bigger platforms, such as a Mandisa Thomas, such as a Michael Baisden. If Michael Baisden hears of me, we we out there. You know what I'm saying? We are up there. But I am gonna go get out of here, y'all. I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate everyone who watched this live. Go ahead and gift up bars. Go ahead and gift me up. Follow me. We're gonna be doing this next Tuesday. I'm gonna have another person named James. He's gonna be for Testimonial Tuesdays. And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Let's raise the bars. Peace.
Black atheist, I appreciate you, bro.
All right.